Alright, welcome back. Got this 1991 Dodge Dakota 5.2 liter. This is one of the rare trucks that came with the V8 option. It's actually the first year that Dodge had added the V8 to the Dakota line, which makes it pretty cool. I got this for $975 on Craigslist. It's a pretty straightforward truck. Throttle body injected, no less, and it was only used for 1 year with the Dakotas. Very interesting. They were MPFI and Magnums after 1992. Anyways, getting to this one. Yeah, she's not pretty. She's got a few dings. Wipers don't work. We're going to go through that today. Let's show you how clean the interior is. And I judge a vehicle primarily on how clean the interior is. Studies will tell you that if the interior is clean, it's probably been taken care of. And it did have an oil Henry lube can sticker on it, so it's at least had its maintenance. 166,000 miles. Bed's in okay shape. I used to have a canopy on it. Brakes are actually okay on this one. They're not the best. They got a little wobble to them. Got the original bed and tailgate. It actually runs pretty strong for having 166,000 miles on it. But this is what makes this truck exciting. This thing is definitely fun to drive. And we'll get to that, but first you got to have wipers so you can take this thing out on the street. So today we're going to be rebuilding the entire wiper system, because with most Dodges, when they come in with the wiper arms up, it's a done deal. There's something's bad in the mechanism. Just replace it all and be done with it. Alright, stay tuned. We got a lot to do today. Alright, if you're going to work on this wiper systems, first things first, you got to pull these arms up. Don't try to rip this off. There's just no need to. There's a right way and a wrong way to do this. Just like that.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, this is why her nickname is Cruddy. Okay, go to the next one. Sometimes these can be a bit of a trick to get off. Okay, this one's a little stuck. If you have a real nice paint job, I would put some cloth down if you're going to use these techniques. This one don't. Huh?
Are you going to keep the same colors in this truck? Because it looks like it needs repainting.
Yeah, it needs a full job.
What are you going to repaint it to? Burgundy?
I like the color. I'm going to keep it blue.
Are you going to keep these colors?
Yeah, Cowboys colors.
I thought you changed it to burgundy.
Oh, no. I already have a burgundy truck.
Why keep it like this? It's pretty gay.
I like the blue. Alright, so take your arms off. Kick those aside. Make sure you have a place to work.
Always.
Alright, next thing, Phillips screwdriver.
Oh.
Pop your hood.
Phillips, where's that at?
This does get a little tricky. Next thing you want to remove is the seal right here. It doesn't come right off. Just pull it up, pick it off the side, and then get all those Phillips out. Hoping whoever was in here last time used the right screws. Alright, we're on the passenger side. Let's remove all these screws as well, and there's one hidden screw we got to get at. And you have to replace the fender. You also have to take this cowl off. Right now at this point, shut the hood. There's one fastener you got to get to. You cannot do with the hood open. It's in between the two arms. This one can be sometimes very difficult to get out. I worked on a 92 that had 2 screws, and I don't know if this one will. We'll see in a sec, but I don't believe it will. Unfortunately, if you own a Dodge Dakota or a few of them over the years, this is a common repair. It will happen at some point. Alright, at this point, let's see if we can remove the cowl here. That side's alright. Take this piece completely out. And driver's side, you're going to have a little water squirter. You want to keep that in the box. Remember to put that in when you go to put this back together. Right now, we got to get down in the hole, see what's going on with these wipers. Get that out of the way. Factory arm and bushing are in good shape. Well, let's unplug this motor and put the fuse back in, see if it doesn't blow. So what's wrong with the wipers? The previous owner stated that he would turn on the wipers and the fuse would blow, causing the wipers to be inoperative.
It's not the most ethical way of getting this off.
Gotta get off, we gotta test it. There you go. Alright.
Oh boy. That's disgusting.
They had some stuff they used to put in there so it wouldn't corrode.
Yeah, 100,000 DBQ.
Alright, while you're cleaning that, go check the fuse. We bought this truck for cheap because the wipers don't work. And a couple other problems. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. Oh, good, these are labeled. And I can't see because I got the camera in here. Let's see if we can't cheat and use the camera. See owner's manual. No, I don't want to see the owner's manual. Okay, so there it is. Cigarette lighter and wipers. Well, we know cigarette lighter don't work. My car lighter adapter does not work. Oh, and somebody wired in a pink for something that broke. Oh boy, fun. That's what we find when we find used Craigslist trucks. I replaced both 11 and 12 fuses to find as long as the wiper motor was not plugged in, the fuses would not blow. The wiper motor has an internal short to ground. Therefore, the wiper motor needs replaced. In rare cases, when I'm trying to get that bolt off that I showed you earlier, you just take a pair of vice grips. Don't get crazy with it. Just, you know, give it a good tight pull, hold it. Then you can get in there.
Well, the speaker works. I'm going to assume all the speakers work.
After you get that bolt off, remove the lever. Nothing you can do if your freaking lever froze up. Alright, now we should be able to take the lever off. Okay, there's what it looks like before you hook the arms back up. I gotta get these straightened out because I kind of had to twist them around, but that shouldn't be too bad to do. I'll do that here in a sec.
I gotta find me a literally shot one. Oh, go in. Alrighty. So what? Oh, I cannot reach that. Oh yeah, it won't fit in. It will not fit in. Oh, trying to. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh! Dang it. Is there something else holding it?
No. This one's a fighter.
Seems like it.
Alright, we're going to test this motor, but I've done these Dodges for 20 years. I know when I get these in, you know, either it's one of two scenarios. Either the arms are done, the motor's good, or the arms are good, the motor's bad. This is a rare one because normally they don't blow fuses. That's one of the things, normally if the motor goes bad, it just doesn't work. In this case, it does actually try to work, but I'm going to put it on a meter here, and you're going to hear that we definitely have a short somewhere in the unit itself. That's not repairable. A lot of Chrysler products or parts, they're assembly items. You just don't fix them. They're just not repairable. They're built at the time to be basically, once it's dead, you throw it away. Alright, let's go ahead and test this, and you're going to hear continuity. You should not ever hear a beep, and if you're blowing fuses and trying to figure out why, that's why right there. This should not be giving me a continuity beep. So somewhere in the motor itself we have a shorted armature. Therefore it's short to ground, shorts to body ground. Yeah, she's definitely shorted. You shouldn't have that. One should be ground, one shouldn't be. And these legs are not used, they're dead legs. Now they may be used inside of here, but as far as the back end goes, no. But we definitely have an internal short somewhere. Okay, in part two, I'm going to show you how to fix this on a cheap. You could go to O'Reilly's, you could spend, oh, I don't know, I think these motors are either 80 or 140 bucks, but there's a better way. We're going to go out to the junkyard, we're going to find a good unit. We're actually going to pull all the pieces, so that way we actually have some parts here in case this thing breaks again, because one thing with Dodge wipers, it's not if they'll break, it's when they'll break. Alright, stay tuned. Part 2 coming soon. Thanks for watching.